What's up, guys? My name is Miko, and this is Jokes and More podcast, baby. A show where we talk about jiu-jitsu, life, and everything in between. We are capturing the magic moment after a hard jiu-jitsu training. If you don't roll, you don't know. Today I'm joined by my tattoo artist, amazing guy, Ariel DiSabato. What's up, my brother?
What's up, bro? How's everything?
Finally here.
Thanks for having me here, bro.
How was your first jiu-jitsu training today?
It was good. Different, but good.
We did a little bit of mount escapes.
It was the first touch, and it was good. I liked it.
It's good. Okay, what is the craziest tattoo have you ever done?
Craziest tattoos.
Oh, the stupidest.
Probably something stupid. You get asked for a lot of things, right? But it was a lady that came in, and she wanted she was bald on the bottom, right? Yeah. And she wanted to put grapes on so she could have it covered with that, you know. And it was something like a little bit like, okay, why? But yeah, I think that's the then a lot of people ask for crazy things, right? They always ask for. Yeah. Probably it's crazy for me. For them is something that they've been waiting for and everything, right? Exactly. So
exactly. I wanted to dive into this because that popped my head immediately.
That's the first question everybody asks. Oh, what's the craziest thing that you ever done?
But it's like tattoos are like, most of my tattoos are a little bit like, some would say like they are crazy.
You have some crazy tattoos.
Yeah, guys are stopping me now on the streets and they're like, let me see your tattoos. They're like, what is the thing? I said, I'm an ink collector.
You have a good collection.
Yeah, and I'm collecting. There's, of course, upper body, we have a theme. We have like a traditional, a little bit more. But my legs, they are like a,
the
cartoon.
The Homer Simpson and everything.
Yeah, and Escobar and everything.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
That's great. All right, but how's your week been? So you have your family here?
Good. I was with my mom. She came from Miami, so I spent a lot of time with her and enjoying and not working a lot, so I could spend time with her. Yeah, walking, just chilling, watching a movie, and it was very
a little bit different week for you.
And it was good, and you know sometimes you need the family connection because she lives over there. She lives in Miami, right? So I have my dad over here, and then I was with my brother, my niece. My niece came to visit us, and she came with us for the first time without her parents as well. So it was a different week, and it was so good and so with a lot of energy, right?
Yeah. So it was positive energy, and I think it was super important for your mom. Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. It was something that you don't know that you need it until you're there, and that's what I needed, right? You need a little bit of family, a little bit of that connection.
But you always talk really nicely about your family, and I have met your father actually a couple of times, and so walk me through. So you are from Argentina, but you're born there, or you're born in Spain?
I'm Argentina. I was born in Argentina. Yeah. Have a weird mix, right? My mom is Jamaican. Yeah. My dad is Italian, and me and my brother were born in Argentina, right? Wow. So I only lived in Argentina until I was 9. I have the accent, and my culture is Argentina, right? Yeah. My grandmother, from part of my mom, she was Cuban, so I have Cuban family, and it's a weird mix, but I think my roots is Argentinian. Everything, my way of living, what I drink, the way I eat, and everything is.
Even I can sense it, the proudness. Even you have Messi shirt, but the Argentina shirt and small flags everywhere in the studio.
I don't know if it was because I left when I was young from Argentina, and I used to live in Miami. First of all, we came to the north of Spain, Zaragoza. And then we moved to Miami for 7 years, and my mom, she stayed there because she has her whole family over there. But I don't know if that thing that I left Argentina when I was young, and then my accent was like Miami was like a little Cuban, Puerto Rican, Colombian, right? A different mix of all the cultures that there were in that time in Miami that I grew up with, right? And when I came over here to Spain, it was like 23 years ago, and I started meeting Argentinian people.
So you were more or less 10 years old when you come back?
I left Argentina when I was 9, came to Spain for 3 months, the north of Spain, and then we had to leave over here, so we left to Miami. Yeah. And I was there for 7 years, going back and forth to Argentina, like going to Argentina, staying in school for a year, coming back. And then when I was 16, almost turning 17, I came to Spain, to Malaga, because my dad, he arrived over here. He started working over here. My brother came over here as well. So I was going to school in Miami. I dropped out of school. I came over here on holidays, and I stayed over here until now. Then over here, I traveled to different places, went to live to Granada, England, Ibiza, a little bit of everything, but came back over here to Malaga like 12, 13 years ago, and I just stayed over here.
It's a beautiful place.
I love it.
Even though it's full of tourists, but I don't mind it. It's still beautiful, the vibes. If you just be in this vibe, it's just so positive.
And I think like when we go out, like of course we have to work and everything, but when we go out, it's like you're another tourist. So if you go to the beach with this little chair, right?
Exactly.
You go to the beach and you sit down there, and you're like, okay, I'm one of them, right? Now I'm another tourist.
I'm here for the weather.
There you go. But you just live over here, so you can enjoy the whole year as well, and they probably could enjoy it for a month or a week or whatever the time they come. But it's I don't know, it's a good vibe. It's chill. The winter over here is more relaxing. The summer, it's a lot of people, but it depends on what you do as well. You see a lot of people or you don't. And I think we have a good life, a good weather. That's what we always talk about with you as well. The good weather. I think the good weather makes people more happy as well, right?
I agree. I totally agree. For me, it's very hard to be so positive when even the weather is bad, when there is no when the sun is shining, people are more open, and that's the main reasons why I cannot, be super, super happy in Finland. Of course, I love Finland. It's where I'm born, but be there because there is no response. Here, if you're happy and you say hello to everybody, everybody's like, what's up, ¿Qué pasa? Hola, hola. Everybody's responding, and you're like, yes, come on.
It's that energy, right?
Exactly,
the sun gives you energy, right?
Exactly, but in the north, sometimes it's hard to be super positive because you don't get that response. Of course, in summertime, Finnish people are amazing, but they are happy only when they have summer vacations.
Of course, and then doing that, when I go to Finland to tattoo over there, and I see people and I go, hey, what's up? How are you? And everybody's
they're a little bit
hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So now after 3-4 years that I've been going over there, they're, hey, what's up, Ariel? How are you? And it's like, it's hard for me to talk to you like this because I'm very shy, and over here I don't give you a hug. But then after a few years going over there, everybody say, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
You give them a little bit of that vibe as well, right?
Exactly.
That you come over here and that vibe that I think people with sun and for me, I think the sun and the good weather makes. I think it's the main thing. We have all the same problems. We need to pay the same bills and everything. But it's just, for example, today in the morning, when I left the training, I just opened my door and sun was shining straight to my face, and I just smiled. I was like. It happened to me this morning as well. Yeah. I went to the gym at 8 in the morning, and I was on the motor, and I was like that, and I just went through the beach, and the sun was going on, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
But it's important that we don't become blind to the surroundings. We need to appreciate it. And sometimes many times I go walk on the beach, and I just walk there, and I just look at it, and I'm like, damn. And when you look other side, there is mountains and there is sea, and we are just between there.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it kind of makes me happy that I can still enjoy the small things. Whatever happens in life.
Once we get older, I think we enjoy it more, right? Because before I was young and I was, I had the beach over there. Yeah, the sun
exactly.
Is coming
when you're like exactly. When you're
now you're like, you wake up in the morning and say, I want to wake up before the sunrise. And you look at the sun, you're like, that's when you realize, your paradise is some other things, right? You want for your life some other things. I want to sit on the beach and see the sunrise, and that gives you a little bit of energy, right?
Exactly.
Probably before you didn't even pay attention to that.
That's exactly right. So, have you always been have you always been drawing? So
always,
when it started, what is your first memories of you drawing something or creating some art?
The other day I was talking when my mom was here to my cousin and my mom, and my grandfather died. My nonno, he was Italian, right? When I was 2. So I don't remember a lot about him and everything, but I remember that I used to do drawings for him and open I don't know how you call it, where he's, they put the dot bodies, right?
Yeah.
I open it and just throw drawings to him.
You slide a couple of months.
Yeah, so I was 3 probably, and I used to do drawings and open, and I wasn't scared. Right now, you tell me open, and I say, no, not at all, right? But at that moment, I used to open it and throw drawings, and so I think, when I used to go to school, I used to draw, when I'm drawing my walls in in my bedroom in Argentina and in Miami. I used to draw in my walls. So I've been drawing for my whole life.
Do you remember what was the first subjects that you started to draw? Like, was it like everything, or do you remember something specific?
I used to draw. Back then, I used to like drawing things that you probably flip it around and it's another thing, and you flip it around and it's. So I had a lot of shit going. Yeah, right. It was like probably my mentality at that time. It was like that, right? But it was something that you probably I used to get a little piece of paper or whatever and just draw, and then turn it around and I was, oh, look at this, and just draw another thing. And so it depends on the way that you look at it. It was a drawing or it was another drawing. So I used to draw a lot of that, and with pencil. I didn't do any colors like I probably do on my tattoos at the moment. It was all pencil, and in school I used to draw for the people. Hey, draw my name. Yeah, draw your name. And I didn't even study a lot in school. I just drew in every class. Science, I was drawing, and language, I was drawing. I was drawing in every class.
Have you been any art school or anything? You just learned?
No. I was I did a contest of drawing, but it was like self-taught. It was like I used to love drawing, and probably when Miami I had like drawing classes. It was one of the materials that I went to school, right? So I had science, drawing, and math, and language, history, or whatever, and I used to draw, and that was the only class I remember one time they were gonna expose me from school, right? Because I wasn't really good, but I wasn't bad as well. It was one certain point, and I used to draw. And the council told me, oh, you have a 10 in art and 0 in all the classes. Yeah. I was yeah, because I love art, you know? So that's when I started realizing that probably I dropped out of school, right? But probably now, like if people wouldn't tell me, oh, you're good in art, definitely you're good in art. So let's make something like, so you could continue school, but doing something more with art, right?
Exactly.
That's
so
what I think.
Keep the school, but you do mostly
art. That's
right,
because probably science, I didn't even care, or language, I didn't even care. You need it, right? Or math, that's all the things that you need, but probably not 2-3 hours of that I didn't, I wanted to draw in every class, right? Yeah. So if they would have put me like 6 hours of drawing and 1 hour each on the other one, I'd probably do something better or finish school with that and everything. But
do a little bit of the other stuff and focus on it. But focus. Now they do more this kind of specific stuff.
I think that what happens with if you like music. You're a very good music player, but they give you a lot of things that you probably you're not at that age. You're a teenager. You're not interested enough, and just want to go out and do other things. But if they see you're interested in one thing, right? Like, oh, he's really good at this. He has a 10. He has a 10 in art and 0 in all classes, right? Yeah. There's something good about him with the art, right?
Exactly.
Don't make him drop out of school if he's good with art, right? So that was a little bit of. So I came over here after I dropped out. I came to Spain and I didn't draw. I had to work straight away as a waiter and everything. But
how do you felt that because you kind of drop out, you came here, you basically didn't have anything. You're like, okay, fuck, I'm gonna make this giant leap. It was a brave move.
Yeah, but I was young. My mom told me, oh, go to Spain so you could visit your dad. And so I came over here and it was, saw the beach. I was coming from Miami as well, right? Saw the beach, the mountains. I started meeting a lot of people, right? I was going out, 24 Hour Square, you know, that's where I met Nati, where I met all my friends. I used to do like Argentinian parties at that time. I was 16 in Miami. I couldn't get in a club until I was 21. And over here was 16 or 17. I was making Argentina, going inside all the clubs. I was like, oh, I'm staying over here. You know? This is where I want to stay. So that's where I met a lot of my friends that I still have. I'm in touch with them and I still have connection with them.
Let's talk a little bit more of the drawing. So when you are, let's say, since you're a kid, when you have like a free flow drawing, you're just going to start to draw. Does it affect what kind of a mindset you are, what you're going to create? Of course,
yeah.
How do you feel? Like if you're super happy, you draw something that is not full of death or swords or anything, or does it affect?
Yeah, probably. Sometimes you don't know it affects you, but when you look at it,
you don't understand it. But what you're drawing is
you're like, no, I'm happy, so I'm gonna draw flowers and everything. Yeah. No, it's just that you draw and then probably you see the drawing after a year or a month or whatever. So, oh yeah, so it's hard like for you to know what you're feeling at the moment, right? It's difficult to draw or sit down and say, okay, I got inspired today, or I have 3 hours, so I'm gonna draw this. I think we need to get inspired, and you know, you have to be like in a good mood, or you have to be in a drawing mood or whatever, because that I learned after a lot of years, right, of tattooing and painting, that when I used to draw and I would spend 5 hours drawing something or going like that, and I just, after 5 or 6, 7 hours, I just broke and throw it away, because I was like, no. Now I realize that when I'm doing that, after an hour, I say, okay, today's not the day.
Yeah, you're not forcing yourself.
I don't do 5 hours, because then you're like, okay, I just spent 5, 6 hours.
And then when you see like you're not happy, you throw it away. You're gonna be also sad. Like, now I wasted my time.
There you go.
Yeah.
But you realize that, I think, with the time as well, right? Because before it's like, oh no, I have to draw.
Yeah.
No, I have to draw because I have to be good at this, and I have to draw. And then whatever it came out, it wasn't good though. You see after the next day or after 2 days, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was something that you don't want to show, or you don't like it for you, or I don't know. It was something weird.
But it's creating art, because you are giving something. You are giving something from your soul. Like artist, when you're drawing, if it's hard to force the art, like the creativity, and in your job also. But so let's go a little bit back. So you came here, you decided to stay, and you're drawing all the time also.
At that time, I was drawing a little bit less because I had to work. I was a waiter.
So you started as a waiter?
I was a waiter
in
over
a bar,
here.
just serving.
English bar, yeah, just working, serving, and then I used to do Argentinian parties, and I didn't have time to draw. I was a teenager. I wanted to go out. I wanted to go out, new place.
At 16, you can go to bars, and you're like, come on.
You want a beer? Yeah, I want 10 beers or whatever,
exactly.
Right?
And it's pretty cool, because already then you spoke English and Spanish, and all the tourists who you meet, English guys, you can bond with them. Hey, what's up, man? And then perfect Spanish also. So it's like you can bond with everybody.
But tell you something, I started speaking more English over here instead of Miami. I went to school in Miami and everything, because everybody's Latin over there.
Yeah.
So I spoke Spanish everywhere, and I was very shy to speak English, right? Like my friends used to tell me, hey, go say this to that person. And I was like, I was very shy.
Yeah.
And when I came over here, I said, okay, I have to work, right? So I was working in an English bar, and it was another chance that saying, okay, I got my pad and say, oh, what you want to drink? And that's when I started forcing myself like to speak English, right? So I started speaking my English the way I speak right now. I don't know if it's good or bad, but over here in Malaga, instead of Miami.
Oh, I've always thought about the total different way.
It's something very weird, but over here, like in the shop, we speak English every day.
Yeah, exactly. I can see there is like a lot of Spanish people, but a lot of also, walk-ins, and just the normal clients also, they speak English. And I think it's like huge asset also, and because you guys are super nice also. You treat everybody really, really nice. So.
Thank you.
But anyway, when did you think first time should I do tattoos, or where did the idea bounce?
It was in 2006.
Okay.
That my brother used to live with a friend of ours. He bought his first machine. Now he's a machine builder, and he did my neck, my back, and he's like my mentor, right? So he was living with him in Canary Island, and he's like, oh, Martin just bought a machine. I was like, yeah, what? So I was living in Granada at the moment. I waited like for a bar, like a rum bar that used to play jazz music, and it was a very good bar, and I learned a lot over there. I was 19, and I was like, okay, yeah, I love drawing. Tattoos, I already had 2 tattoos. I got my first tattoo when I was 14, and the second one when I was 16 in Argentina. And I was like, okay, I love tattoos. So I called my mom and said, oh, when you come over here to Spain, bring me a machine. Yeah. So my mom brought the first coil machine right in 2006. Yeah. So I was like, okay, how do we do it? Because back then there was no YouTube like to find a way. Yeah. Nobody taught you nothing. So me and Martin, this guy, that he's my mentor, that he bought the first machine before me, and we just bought a book like to learn how to tattoo. It was Spalding and Rogers, and with a DVD. So we did photocopies, right? So I had the photocopies, he had the book, right? And we're like, look at the needle like this, right?
All the angles.
Yeah. But on a book, imagine. Nowadays you have everything, seminars, everything that everybody explains you everything. You go to YouTube, how to put a needle, And it was so difficult, and so that's when I started in 2006. I just got the first machine. I got a needle like that, and I just went over here. Now I cover it up, and I just went like, okay, the needle went and took it out like that. All my friends, yeah, you got a machine on. Come by my house, boom, boom. Now I see the everything that I did back then, and it was like, oh my God.
What was the first, like, did you use any kind of, probably there was no second skin, but any fucking big skin or oranges or whatever?
I think I got my leg. Yeah. I said one of the two legs, I gotta sacrifice one of the legs, okay? So all this I did in 2006, you know, I just got Nazi as well, all my friends, and they're like, okay, let's do this. And that's how I started practicing, and I didn't get like an orange, or I just practiced. And it was very, very hard for me, like to learn how to tattoo, because I wasn't tattooing in a shop. I didn't know a lot of tattoo artists.
You needed to learn by yourself, you know. Nobody was.
No, there was my mentor. There was this guy Martin, but he lived far away from me. Now he lives in Ibiza. He used to tell me, "Oh, buy this machine, buy this." So I spent a lot of thousands and thousands of euros trying to learn about the materials, and it was very difficult, right? Because at that time it was hard. We went to a convention in 2006, like to see one of the best conventions in the world, London Tattoo Convention, and it was like, and I was looking in back of everybody tattoo. Oh, look at, and I came out of that convention saying, I'm not going to be a tattoo artist. It's impossible for me to do this. Yeah, impossible.
Why do you think it was that?
Because it was so much level.
You said they are so good.
No, it was so much level, and it was like, I couldn't even see the way they tattoo. I was like, how is that stain on the skin, right? It was hard to find information on the that time. Internet wasn't that good at the moment, and it was too hard to find information. And every time I go in a shop, everybody's like, no, get out. So I didn't have that, or it was a taboo for me, or it was something that I didn't have, like, I'm a very nice person. I was, hey, what's up? Okay, and like, no, and I was okay. Probably this is not for me. You know, I was like a little bit shy about that, about the tattoo industry.
Of course, because it comes with maybe reputation, but always like there is this kind of, you know, I've always loved the tattoo industry. I took my first tattoo in 1996 when I was 16 years old. I have always been fascinated about actually I had one of my ex-girlfriend, she still does tattoos. So I've been always fascinated. But it's a little bit like, I did my first tattoo, which was, you remember this one? And it was this biker guy did it. And I still remember when I went to inside, I had like Detroit Pistons shirt. I was skinny fucking 60 years old. I went there and I explained my idea, and he made it. It took maybe 25 minutes, and I walk out, and I wanted to walk on the way that I can show it always. So if somebody was passing me, I need to, how I can walk past them that they can see my piece.
Like, hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Yeah. But what was the first then when you started to do tattoos, like with somebody or real people, or did you went to help somebody first when you started to like make money and just
I used to like, it was very hard for me, like it's not like a lot of people just get in the studio and then for me it took 10 years to get in the studio. Okay. Professional studio. I used to work in my house. I used to have another room always in my house in Granada over here, like that I used to tattoo, right? Everything sterilized, everything clean and everything. Try to do my best always in separate rooms. But at the beginning, I started tattooing. I remember in my dad's house, he was sleeping the siesta, and I was on top of the kitchen table, you know, with people, everybody inside the house. And I was like, sorry, Dad, and I'm tattooing on that, right? That's how I started tattooing, right? And I started charging for my first tattoos with a lot of people that recommended me and all that. And every time I wanted to go to a studio, everybody's like, no, I had something that I couldn't express myself in the studio, right? So it was like, I was going inside the shops with something that it wasn't me, or I don't know, it was different. And I used to have a phone booth place when I was 19, then I had a restaurant, so it was always tattooing on my part-times. I never left it after 10 years. I always I knew I wanted to tattoo and everything, and I always sat down in my house and draw. even though I was doing split shift and coming back from work at 2 a.m, probably stay drawn into 3, 4 a.m. The next day I used to go to work, and in my split shift I used to do a small tattoo, right?
Yeah.
But those 10 years that it took me like to get in the shop, I never gave up with that, right?
Yeah.
I never gave up.
It was always back of your head, kind of.
It was in back of my head, and at the end, when I paid all my debts, 'cause I had a lot of debts about restaurants that I opened, and the first phone booth at that time, you know, they used to be call center that I opened when I was 19. I had a lot of debts with that, so I had to work to get money to pay that, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't okay. I'm just gonna draw and to see what's gonna happen. So when I paid all that, I said, okay, I'm empty of debts. I sat down in my house. I went to my work and said, I don't work here anymore. This is my last day. I'm free of debts, and I just sat down in my house and I just drew the whole day. Like I said, I have a year to become a professional tattoo artist and to be in a shop. I'm gonna draw the whole day from 10 in the morning, 10 at night, draw. People used to come and get me, hey, let's go out. I said, no, I don't deserve to go out.
Yeah.
Like that was my university, right? It was like, I'm gonna draw. What are you gonna draw? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just draw. And that was paint, draw. And looking for materials. I used to go look for materials, and I saw tattoo shop's owner over there. I was like, oh, you need people to work with you? No. And one day, one of them told me, oh yeah, come try it out at the studio. And I was like, wow. So I went to the studio and I just got in straight away. And then after 2 weeks, I was traveling and.
But it was a long process.
Oof, it was
but when it starts to happen like fairly fast. When you are reaching your dream. Like for example, I had the same. I was doing privates for 20 euros an hour, and I was struggling. I remember one day I was going home. And I was like, I was super tired, and I went straight to the shop. I did a private, I get 20 euros. I get to the shop and I bought like food for 20 euros. I went to my house, I had a black eye. I was looking for myself in the mirror, like I was like, I have a feeling that I'm pretty good at this, but it's a struggle to believe in yourself somehow. But I was thinking about, I will not quit, but I was like, I look at myself, like, this is pretty hard. But after 1 week, I remember this moment, I got the email that changed my life. You know, my first big gig, and people wanted to come to train with me, and I was hired to teach Serbia national team, and everything starts to happen.
Wow.
So it was a massive.
How long
that
ago?
was maybe 4 years ago.
Okay, perfect.
I was already teaching before that, but struggling artist, like barely surviving. Like still, I'm not the rich man, but I can live through this, and this is my passion.
That's being rich.
Exactly.
If you live off what all you love to do is.
And how many people can say that they really enjoy what they're doing? I don't know so many.
It's difficult.
And I think that's the most valuable thing. If you can really do something as your job, what you enjoy, I think that's the biggest thing what you can have. Let's say you and me, we would do 8 hours of days, something that we hate, but we would have a lot of money, but we have super limited time for our passion. Would we be happy?
No, not at all.
100% no.
Not at all.
Not at all. So I think we are.
No, it's something that is changed everything, right? I remember I used to be on Sundays with my friends saying, okay, what could we invent, like to get money? And you know, after being away, and I couldn't get in the tattoo shop, so I was tattooing in my house on part. And one day, you know, every Sunday we used to go out on Saturdays, have a drink, and Sundays morning, you know, a little bit hangover. So, well, let's invent something. What could we, let's do this, that. And I remember one Sunday, he said, what can I say? You know what, man? That's it. I don't have to invent nothing. I love what I do, man.
Yeah.
When I started working the first year at the tattoo shop.
Okay, it must be a great feeling.
It was incredible. I still remember that.
And then I think you started to put a little bit of, like, actually a lot of time. Like then you say, okay, I'm into this, so now I need to study and all the machines and everything, you know, getting it in. And
it's very hard, like, to know all the needles, the machines, what's best for you, how your tattoos heal. There's a lot of things with that, right? It's like I could do a good tattoo, take a good photo, but after 5 years, the tattoo looks bad. So it's the experience, and as well, we travel a lot at the moment. And since I started in the studio, I started traveling, and I met a lot of good people from the industry, and people that we grew up together in this industry, right? And and it was something that it was something good, passion, and when you do something with passion and you focus, like I know Nazi sometimes tell me, oh, you're a workaholic. I go home and you know, instead of playing PlayStation, I just get my iPad. What I did the whole day, and I draw, right? Or I go to the beach, instead of taking the iPad, I just take paper and a pen, and I just sit on the beach. Okay, I'm gonna draw.
Yeah, exactly. but it's also like the thing is, like, I truly believe that you cannot be in really high level in anything if you don't have slight obsession.
Of course.
Like if I just I do it a little bit, but I'm gonna be really good. No, you need to have a slight obsession to become like on the level where you are. Like in anything in life, tattooing, jiu-jitsu, whatever you want to be really good. It's just not enough that you just do it when I want to. You need to have a slight obsession.
Constant obsession,
exactly.
Discipline, everything, like saying, okay, I have to do, this is what I love to do, this is what I want to do, and this is
exactly.
Because if I, like me, I don't want to go back being a waiter. I don't mind if I have to go back being a waiter or washing dishes. I don't mind, because I didn't come out in a rich family or nothing. I grew up and I went down and I went up again and I went down and I went up. I don't care about that, but this is something I don't want to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something that I don't want to lose. So I have to focus, and I have to, on my holidays, sit down and draw, because I love to. And sometimes I'm blocked, right? You're like, nothing comes out. Like I stopped a little bit this summer and saying, okay, I'm gonna take time off with my mom and enjoy it, and not think about work the whole day like I was doing, you know. I didn't want to get burned out, right? Because I want to create new things. I want to reinvent myself a little bit. I want to give new things to the people that follow me, that's getting tattooed with me, right? So sometimes you need like to stop, like to see everything from outside and reconnect again to do something better, because you know you could give that 100% again.
It's exactly like that. What is your favorite place to tattoo? What is nicest canvas? This one. It's like a thin enough, but
it's always white.
Yeah.
It's always white. It's easy, like to manage. Right, the pieces always look beautiful. So for me, I think
that's it. That is actually
the forearm, and it's, even though if we're brown over here because of the sun, you go like that. It's always, everybody that leaves you that part is good. Even though I've been doing a lot of necks and everything. And the necks are like your back piece or back pieces and everything. Is something that even though a lot of tattoo artists leave it for the last, and when they give you like a big project and everything, is you feel like, okay, they trust me. Or when they give you the neck is something that you look at the mirror and
you can see it.
You can't hide it, right? You can't hide it. So when they give you hands on neck, it means like they want you.
Exactly.
You know, it's something that is very special, important.
Of course.
Like, because everything else you probably could hide it, but a lot, the neck is a very difficult spot, like, to tattoo. The skin is different.
Yes, and I remember Cello did this also. Very nice guy. Cello did this side where it's this guy. It's this side I have the wing. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 8 hours or something like it was tough. And because it was on my neck, I couldn't even drink beer or do anything. I was just, under the needle. Like, and it was, I remember when I went home, I was like shaking. I was like, oh yeah. But actually, let's tell the viewers actually how we met. And actually, how we met with Ariel was, like, I was working in Abu Dhabi a couple of years ago. And I decided, like, first time in my life, now when I go back, I want to have I want to pay for somebody who's really good. And I want to have a nice tattoos, and I like, that was a decision what I made there. And then I just started to search, and I don't know, actually I'm not sure where I found your page, but I found you and I sent you a message that, do you have a time to do a tattoo for me when I come back from here? And actually I think you are in the holidays or something.
I was going on the project
and you made time for me. And I remember one specific thing what I decided already in Abu Dhabi when I was teaching jiu-jitsu there. I decided, like, I'm not going to ask you how much it's going to cost, because that's going to show your true character. I trust you. It doesn't, like, I'm not going to ask the price. I can pay it. But I was like, hopefully this guy is not trying to fuck me over. Because of
of course.
Because there is people who, if you're like
a lot.
Like, okay, tell me how much it is. It's 3,000. Well, you know.
Yeah. No. If they don't ask how much.
Yeah, exactly. But that was great. So actually, immediately when I came back to Abu Dhabi, I think that was day after. Actually, because I felt really sick. I was flying from Frankfurt to Malaga, and it was just a full trip. Actually, I was not sick, but my body was just like, because I've been 2 weeks teaching every day and being in the spotlight. It's exhausting. So actually, next day, and the first tattoo was this.
Yeah,
you remember?
I remember.
And then we started, and actually all of my legs.
It was empty. The leg,
it was empty. And actually there is only
you had one. I think.
This one we had, and this,
the one
and this
in the
cassette. But these two are the only ones on my legs that is not made for you.
Yeah.
All of the other ones are made by you. And I love people. Actually, they stop me because of the legs. They are like, what is what's going on?
Like that dog with the
exactly. There is like
I love it.
I love my legs. And actually, you remember when we started to do my pieces, I said, I'm gonna be a couple of years, I'm gonna be full. And I'm on the path. And I love the idea, like when we started to do, because I always tell people when they ask about you and our relationship, and I said, Ariel is an amazing guy in that sense that even if I look at my legs, I don't see any fucking mistakes. Everything is fucking precise.
Thanks, man.
Every single thing is precise. And I know that people are, people are people. So sometimes if you make me 50 tattoos, one line is, this is not. But
thanks
so far you are doing great. And all of these are, and we have a crazy, there is such an insane tattoos, and I love the process.
Love every time, even though I did it for you, every time you come to the shop and I look, I remember, look at Escobar, look at Homer going in the back of the bush.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. And we're gonna still feel these empty spots, everything.
Yeah, you see empty spots. That's what it is. That's what we always talk about.
Actually,
you feel empty, but when I look at your videos, you're like,
I look
at
full.
this guy,
I look full. But I was thinking about, like, I need to be sure, because actually maybe next month, or actually maybe this month, I'm gonna do 1 day or two, but I need to leave like small spaces like this, because if I want to say, this is important to me, can you do this?
There you go.
Because then it starts to bug me if I'm like packed.
Yeah, you don't have not even one space.
Yeah, exactly, because then if I want to honor, somebody or something, or whatever the reason is, if I don't have any more options to have any more tattoos, I think that's gonna make me sad. So that's why I want to leave. We can still feel the big spaces. Exactly, few spaces, so I can.
Yeah, put something like very meaningful when
Exactly. What was your first tattoo? It was this one, no?
No, my first tattoo was over here in the back that I covered up. My second tattoo is this one. That you could tell it was 16.
But pretty balls in place. The second one. Let's go with my chest.
That's why I was living over here at the moment. And over here, right? And in Miami, you need to go with you needed to be older than 18.
Yeah.
So I went to Argentina. I was like, fuck it, I'm going over there, and just went to my dad took me in this one. My brother took me in the other one.
Yeah.
Because he was 16 and I was 14. We were both on the age, right? And I remember for this first one, I went to the very, very nervous, right? And I just got like my team from Argentina is Boca Juniors, right? Very fan of Boca Juniors. And I had like a clown, with like the, it was like a joker.
Yeah.
Like a joker like that with a hat, with the colors of my team, smoking a joint. That was the first tattoo, right? And I remember I took him and he's like, okay, you have to go print it and bring the size and everything. So I was like, okay, I had to go print it to the photocopy place. I just bring the size. And I remember, that's why nowadays I never say this. When he put alcohol on me, I was 14 and I was sweating already. I sweat a lot, right? And I was like that without a shirt. I was like, come on. So he put alcohol on me to clean the skin. He's like, if you're about to faint, and he was cleaning me with alcohol, and I was like, okay, I'm fainting already, right? So that's why I realized that I never, now I'm a tattoo artist, I never say, if you're about to faint, let me know. I never said that word. Yeah. I know a lot of tattoo artists say it, right? Because as soon as you say that, people say, okay, I'm a faint.
Yeah, so maybe when we are feeding the idea and it gets things worse.
Because that's what happened to me with my first tattoo. Like, if you're about to faint, when I started tattooing, and I was like, he was putting alcohol on me, and I was like, oh my God, man. So that was my first tattoo, and then my dad took me when I went back to Argentina to get this Indian, I remember I came over here to Malaga. I was 16 with her shirt. And yeah,
was
you know,
so
because
bad.
my country and everything, it was.
And you want to show them, like, I don't know. Nowadays it doesn't matter because I'm packed. But I remember always when I had my first tattoos, I was so proud. But it's just the way I think about the way to express yourself.
And back then it was different.
Yeah, it was.
Nowadays everybody has, oh, you have a new tattoo now, but back then it's, oh, you have a tattoo, you're young, you're like, oh my God, you're badass.
And people were like, this is not real. I said, it's real, man. It's
real. Check it out.
Yeah, I remember everybody doubted this is a real tattoo, but I was 16. I remember my mother, in Finland also, it was 18 you needed to be, but my mother was writing this, sign for it. And oh man, it was so exciting.
You get out of the shop and like, oh, look at me right here. You know?
And it was like the nervousness before first tattoo, it was insane. But then after 25 minutes,
that's it.
And here, you know, the pain is nothing. You know,
that's when people come nervous to the shop. And I say, you have to be nervous. It's
something that you have never done before.
Something for your whole life. Even though I get tattooed nowadays, and I still get nervous, right? Because of the pain. You're like, okay.
And you're doing something that you're going to change you forever.
It's going to be there forever.
It's going to be there forever. Actually, I was talking with my mom, and we were talking about tattoos. And I was, you know, super excited. Now she's like, I don't. She was telling me, Miko, I want to just tell you one thing. And remember that nobody cares when you're gonna die, and you cannot take these tattoos with you. And I said, Mom,
they're gonna go with me.
And listen to me, you are wrong. And she was, why is that? Because I said, actually, my tattoos are shown all of my videos. So actually, all of my tattoos are gonna live forever, because all of my pieces, when I'm gone, they stay alive. Because I believe that my videos will stay alive. Well, you know, after me. So actually, there's oh yeah, I need to admit it. So
but people say, oh, when you go, you get older, you're gonna be all wrinkled. Yeah, but I prefer being all wrinkled with drawings on me that just being all wrinkled, because you're gonna get wrinkled anyway.
And that's a weird way to think. Like, okay, so I want to make a tattoo today, but what if when you're 80 or something? Like, say, like. I'm not gonna think, of course I'm thinking about future, but I'm not gonna live my life at the moment thinking about how I'm gonna look when I'm 80. I want to fucking look great. And and I think with these pieces, we're gonna look fucking badass when we're old guys.
I see old people like with tattoos and I'm like, oh my God, look,
exactly.
That's how I want to look when I get older.
But it's just the mindset is strange.
Now it's changing though.
It's
changing a lot, right?
And not only in a good way. I kind of like that there is a lot of more tattoos, but also I kind of hate it. It's so mainstream nowadays. Like it's just, I'm not sure if I hate it, but it's just so weird to see like everybody has it. And now you are a little bit different if you don't have any tattoos.
That's the point. As a lot of people say when they want to be cool, whatever, they don't have any tattoos. It's not like back then. Yeah, everything changes. Yeah, and it's good because I like it because a lot of people are, you know, we tattoo a friend the other day, first tattoo on a lady that she was, 83 years old. First tattoo. First tattoo with 83
years old. What a boss lady,
so when you see something like that, you're like, oh my God, how beautiful. Or the granddaughter come with a grandmother without the parents knowing that she's gonna get a tattoo with her grandma. So it's something that you're gonna take for you. Yeah. It's not the tattoo, it's that time that you were there with your grandmother, getting something unique, something different, or doing a different plan, right? Yeah. And that's sometimes it's not about the tattoo. It's that day, how you felt that day. You remember where you were, the tattoo shop, how you woke up that day, right? It's not just the piece, right?
Exactly. And many times
it's all around the piece.
Exactly. And many times the piece is actually representing something. For example, for me, I remember when this Escobar, show it to the camera. So we have here Escobar and Bart Simpson together, Escobar. So actually, because when I was in my bed, I couldn't sleep. I don't know what I was doing. I was in Pinterest or whatever, and I saw like a little bit like this variation, and I was like, I started to laugh, and I think I sent him a message in the middle of the night. I need to have this. It's and I remember still that, and I love that. You know, these moments you're doing. It's moments. It's for me. I think maybe the word is, they are memories. They are memories about something, about moment, about feeling, about something. Do you think that tattoos always should have a meaning, or is it okay to just have a decoration?
Probably sometimes the first tattoos you get, right, you always try to find a meaning to it, right? You're like, oh, I want to get this because of my mom. I want to get that because, I don't know, my dog or whatever. That's something good, right? Because there's a lot of tattoos. But probably it doesn't have a straight meaning to that. Like we were talking before, it had a meaning that I felt that day that I needed to get a tattoo. Or nowadays, it's like, the tattoos are not just lines or whatever. It's a big, or your back, or big drawing, or a big. So it's something that instead of having a painting in your house, you have it on you because you like art, you like artwork or whatever. You have it on you, right? And I remember one day in my first tattoo shop, it was a girl that came in, and as soon as she came in, she's like, "Oh, I hate tattoos." I was like, "Okay, well, you're here, right?" She's like, "No, I hate tattoos, and I don't like piercings, I don't like tattoos, but I just came out of my psychologist, and I'm going through something, right?" And he told me, "Change your color hair, go get a piercing, go get a tattoo, something."
Yeah, okay.
And she's like, I was never gonna get a tattoo, never, because I hate tattoos. I hate people that wear tattoos, and I remember she sat down and I said, okay. She came with her friend, right? She was a little bit, crying and everything, right? So I walked through her, like, what you want to get? Let's do something small, so somewhere you don't see it every day, and something elegant and with a fine line or whatever, something that is not like our tattoos that are more rough. Because you see, it was a girl that, you see she was more delicate. And it's something that she never wanted to get tattooed, but she wanted to feel the experience of getting tattoos, so it will change her life a little bit. So she got, I don't remember what she got right now, and I remember that she was scared, so I said, okay, yeah, so it's working. I said, it's working, because I'm working with your psychologist, and he's sending me everybody to over here. And she's like, what you say? I said, oh, thank God, this is the 10th person that she sent me. And she's like, well, no, I said, no, I'm playing with you. And I know she got that tattoo, and she left the studio like a little bit more like with confidence or whatever. I said, I did something that I probably were never gonna do because I didn't like it, or I was scared of the needles or whatever. So it was something like changed her life a little bit. Like, and on a lot of people's, I cover up scars over here or scars on the belly, right? And you see sometimes it doesn't have a real meaning, but it makes the people be more confident, or if they have scars over here for the past, and they just took them off, and they have some flowers, beautiful flowers. They like, you see it on the face, and they come back to the shop and tell you, oh, thanks for doing this for me, because it's something really special, and it changed something on my past, right? As well. So it's something very grateful for.
But it's really great. I want your opinion, because I'm a big fan of Ink Master TV show.
Yeah.
I will watch it. And now I talked about this with you years ago. I have not watched it anymore for a long time, but I watched like 8 or 9 seasons. And of course, for me, it was not about the drama for the people, but I'm just a massive, tattoo fan. I wanted to see what they're creating and all the challenges, how they did it. Man, what do you think that, because I think I learned a lot of techniques and, overall the tattooing stuff just watching the show. What is your opinion about this kind of show or
the shows are like that kind of show? I watch it, but not that much. Yeah. But it's good because you see different styles. You see they have to resolve something in a certain amount of time as well, right? So you have to think fast. That's something that, like when we have a walk-in, is something that think fast of, oh, I want this. So you have to resolve fast and give them an idea straight away, even though if you put it on the paper afterwards, right? You have to resolve that thing straight away and say, okay, I could do this. This is my point of view. I could do. So it's something good, like to watch and see. I don't know if everything's real or not after that. Yeah. I used to watch the first show, Miami Ink. It was one of the first shows.
I remember Kat Von D.
Amy James. And I went to tattoo in November. I was tattooing in Miami Ink because that's something that I wanted to do. Because when I started tattooing, I used to watch that show as well. And that was the show. Saying, because it was nothing about tattoo. It was even, you get a magazine, you used to read a magazine about tattoos, or the motorcycle magazine or something. You see people with tattoos, but that show like it came out, and a lot of people are starting to know a little bit more about tattoos, why they got that tattoo for, and that was like my first show that I watched it.
I
right?
remember.
It was
I
like,
watched that also. And
yeah, it was a long time ago.
But again, it was I think it was the first, AK reality
TV
show of
yeah,
tattooing,
yeah.
and people are fascinating.
It was what now, like in Max and everything, they do everything like with the judges and everything is very good, right? But I haven't watched it a lot as well, so I can't tell you, oh, it's good or it's bad. It's another probably TV show that brings the people closer to the tattoo so they could watch it on TV, right? A lot of people think, or like tattoo studios back then, like it was a lot of people, they probably get scared like getting in a tattoo shop because it was like the music, the everything. So it was a little bit of, oh, I'm going in or not, right?
Yeah, it was.
So nowadays you have a lot of studios there. Why, everybody could go in and
everything is clean. And I didn't even know that I got this one biker ganger was doing some of my tattoos early days. And I didn't even know that we need to use a new needle. So he had this kind of, I didn't even know. And when he was he was using this kind of oven or something, like he was used to burn it. But I remember it was not even all the time. And I was like, should we like?
Is that back then? I didn't do that, but back then you used to, I don't know how you call it in English, soldar las agujas, no? It was, you have to put all the needles one next to the other. Now we buy the needles and it's all disposable, right? So that makes it more easy for us as well.
Yeah.
I remember back then a lot of people didn't do a lot of custom designs, right? So you tattooed what it was on the wall. So you go to the tattoo shop or you start on the book and say, I want this, I want that. Nowadays what we do is like, yesterday I thought about getting this, or I was dreaming about start with it. So you have to put all that together and for the part of the body that they want, right? So nowadays we work a lot with like for the design, right?
Yeah.
And back then it was like more like after working, you have to put all the needles together, and you have to, I don't know how you call it in English, so soldar, I say in Spanish, right? You used to go like that, so you have to sterilize everything in it. And nowadays, in that way, I think for the tattoo artist, it makes it more simple, and the new machines and everything is probably a little bit more.
Is it easier with this new equipment?
Of course, everything's changing. Everything's changing at the moment, right? But it's probably more easy than getting a coil machine and have to work it out. Everything. It was back then. It was like you had to tune it and everything. Now you probably get a pen and you just put the needle that is cartridges and just, if you know about something about drawing, you probably learn faster than probably before. That you have to learn how to calibrate the coil machine and all the needles. It was different times, right? Nowadays, with all the internet and the YouTube things, and it's probably easier to learn, right? Or faster. The way is faster than back then.
Because I have this feeling, because I know also some tattoo artists who are actually not really good at drawing, but they just use the technology in their advance, and they do like tattoos,
like
but they
collage.
Just,
do like a collage, and they know how to follow
but they are great how to follow a line. But I don't think if it's like that, then it's not their passion for the job. It's fine, but it's not like with you. It's like lifelong passion to create something.
It's different styles.
Yeah.
Because if you do a realism, you have to get a portrait, or you have to get something that so you could follow. Because it's something that if you get this from over here and you want to put it on the skin, you have to follow that drawing, right?
Exactly.
Or that picture, or that girl's face, or that man's face, or whatever. If you do traditional or like Japanese or other styles, like I draw everything that I do, right? Instead of if you want me like a walking, now if you do a walking, it's a lot of things that have been drawn already, and a lot of old school traditional. Probably you have a lot of concepts that you probably could take it to your own style, so they know it has your name into it, right? Yeah. But I have like the pharaoh horses on the back, and that tattoo has been going on for thousands of years, right? I do it like this, the other one does it like that, the other one puts a flower on the bottom, the other one puts, but it's the same theme, like a dagger, right? It's a dagger.
But there is million
it's
ways.
It's a dagger with a rose. Dagger with rose is thousands of people doing it at the same time. But it's the way you probably do the line, and that's so they could know it's your dagger, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's Ariel's dagger, or it's the other one's
and
dagger.
You can see when you have the specific.
It's the same as realism. People get copy a picture that they probably search or do a good collage, and they know how to put it on the skin. And it's difficult to do that collage with that. Like, I don't know how to follow like a realism picture, because I used to do my own shadows or whatever. That when I look at the iPad to follow the picture, I'm like, okay, I can't follow
That's also
anymore.
skill, but that's different skill.
It's like, different. It's
I'm
different.
I'm gonna put this picture here.
Yeah, every style is different. Tradition. What I do is and plus what I do, the style I do is people tell me, I want this, so it's not really old school traditional. It's traditional. It's like a traditional piece with the traditional colors, but I try to take it with my own name, right, and try to take it to my side, right, and because a lot of people tell me, oh, I want this, like that, and I want to represent my two kids, and this is so I try to do something like unique for them and try to represent it. If I see it's a girl that she has more delicate, I try to do more delicate, and if the other one is like has a lot of more rough tattoo, I do it more rough. But like I call myself, I'm like elegant traditional tattoos. Right? That's what I want to say. That's what I tell people. Why you come look at me? Why you come get tattoo with me if you have some good pieces? Oh, because you're more fine traditional. You're more elegant, and so that's why I started to put myself like elegant traditional tattoos or something.
Nice, but you have your unique style, which I obviously love.
Yeah.
Let's go technical style. Tell me a little bit about the machines and the needles. What is your favorite stuff to use, and what is the difference with the? I know that there is like sometimes there is only one needle when we put super thin line, and then there's a couple of needles.
Yeah, like needles is a whole world, right? I use the needles that have a sponsor that send me the needles and everything. And I have they're sending me machines as well. And I use another machine to do my lines. I try to use, it's not coil machine, it's like a hybrid machine. It's like, it's called Dan Cuban or Martin Pintos. I use them too to do stronger lines and everything, because that's what I'm used to, right? And then like to do color or to do something more thin or whatever, I use a rotary pan machine that is wireless, so it's more easy like to manage, right? And it's what you get used to, right? A lot of people before we used to do with coils, and we used to have the weight of the coil in the back, so that's why, if you don't feel that weight, your hand was going to. But nowadays everything's changing a little bit, and what I use is that. Sometimes I want to use another machine. Needles, I always use like 2-3 type of needles that it goes good for me, because I see the tattoo heal, and I know my standard needles, that is this one, and this one, right? And that's because I've been trying a lot of needles and a lot of sizes of needles that say, okay, when it heals, this one's too wide. This one, when it heals, is too thin. So until you get or you see a lot of tattoos like you have, right? After a long time, that's the line I want to get, right? When it heals, because sometimes when you do a tattoo for the pictures, it's beautiful, but when it heals, that's a real part of the tattoo, right? Because I could do a good picture with a filter and everything, and for the picture, it's beautiful for my Instagram. But then when I see you, you're like, oh my God, what happened to all that picture that you put on the Instagram? It's not the same that what I have, right? And that's something that I would get very shy, or I wouldn't like it. People saying, yeah, you posted a picture on the Instagram that the tattoo looked like this, but look at my tattoo.
Exactly.
It's not the same. The color is not the same. So
for me, always, I know when we are doing line, and for me, I feel like the lines hurt the most. When we go for the shadow, when you do piece to me, and when I hear the fucking line machine, fuck me. But when I feel I'm like, fuck it. That's like a gentle. I'm always happy, because I cannot many times see what is happening, and I can hear, it's coming.
It's coming.
Oh yeah, or then it's a pleasant sound.
Like the strong machine, that one that sounds, that's how I do my lines, right? And it probably it's the sound that makes you more like, oh my God, he's coming with that. But for me, it's the same, right? Because
Yeah.
I do the sign, and the three of us that tattoo in the shop using that machine. Like, you can't hear nothing, not even the music. And then after we start painting, we're like, shh, everything's like
exactly.
you calm down, and I
Yeah.
say, okay, I'm gonna start painting and relaxing, right? So it's a different. I take it like that. First of all, the lines. For me, the lines are very, very, very important. For me, on my style, the lines are like very precise. So I have to be very concentrated. And the other one is like I start giving the look to the tattoo. After the lines, you start putting shadow and start coming out, and that's when you start getting inspired. Because the lines, you just follow the lines of the stencil, right?
Exactly.
Of the drawing that you did. Then you start putting the shadows, and then you put the color, and I'm gonna do this like that. Or sometimes, like we wipe with a paper, and one color goes like that, and it's on top of the whole tattoo. It's like, okay, that color will look good on the tattoo. Just for wiping and just going like that with another color. Okay, I'm gonna use this color. So sometimes you create something at the moment, right? That's a good thing about tattoo, that I probably send the design always, or we see it with the colors, but I always tell the people that, all my clients, saying it's probably not gonna look like that, just for you to know my color palette, but probably I want to put another color over here, because at that time I just painting the tattoo, and I say, okay, I'm gonna do this because something came up to my head, right? And they gave me free lines like to do all that.
And with you, man, to be honest with you, I think always like your pieces look much better on the skin.
That's what
like
people
when
say,
because if I like the piece, like my back piece, like I was like, fuck, this looks amazing. And when it's on the skin,
it gives them more power.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So let's talk about like when you opened your first own studio, and where was that?
My studio, I opened like 4.5 years ago, in Benalmádena, Malaga. I chose to open the studio under my house. To be
I love
fair.
I love how I'm the same. It's nice to be convenient, but I need to spend a lot of time. I want the easy access.
It was weird as well, because there was those days that you're like, I live in like 1 or 2 blocks away from the beach. So I always say, when I opened my studio, I wanted to open in front of the beach, because it's something, I don't know why. And one day I just came home, and I was like, those days that I said, I'm gonna go walk on the beach, and I sat on the rock. And I just passed, I was living over there in that street for like 8 years. And I just went back this place, and I saw a sign, and I just took a picture, And I took a picture, and I went to the beach, and I just relaxed, and I looked at the birds and looked at the water. And then I came back home, and I just called, right? I didn't even know I wanted, because it was right after pandemic, right? It was that the world was a little bit crazy, and we couldn't go from one town to another, right? So it was a weird time to open a shop, right? It was very weird. And I called the next day, and I said, okay, you had a sign of this. It wasn't a shop, it was another thing, like rent a car or something, right? And he's like, okay, but if you don't see it today, probably tomorrow, have some people say, if it's tomorrow, they take it, it's not my shop, man. I don't care. I could go see the shop after 2 days, and if it's still there, it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And the owner, he's like, okay, that's a very good way of thinking. I was like, this is my first time I was doing something, because the other shops that I opened, like the restaurant and everything, it was like, you had a lot of signs that it wasn't good, but you were going like,
you wanted to push it through. Now so you are like, okay, I'm not going to do anything that doesn't feel
there
good.
You go.
I don't push anything. I trust the process.
Yeah, that was very hard for me, because like when you buy your shoes, I was like, oh, they don't have my size, but I chose one, and I get different size. But this time I said, okay, no, man. If it's for me, it's for me. And I called. I went to see it, and after 2 days, I had the key. I was working in another shop. I told the girls, saying, I have a keys of the shop. I called my dad. I was like, Mom, I got my own shop. And he's like, how? I was like, I have no clue. Just felt it. It was the first time that I'm learning how to do that instead of doing everything with my head or thinking, oh, this is the correct thing. And the correct thing, it wasn't that, because it was after pandemic. You couldn't go from one town to another. So the clients, it was winter. You don't know what was going to happen with the world. So I don't know if I would have thought it with my head, I think I wouldn't open. But I just went by, I went inside. It wasn't like I have the shop right now. and that just felt something like in my heart. So it was something.
But
It was
we-
about feeling,
But
right?
it was a right decision. But
For
you
me, it
didn't
was
you
the
didn't you
best.
didn't know at that time. It's just like
For me, it was the best. And a lot of people say, "Oh, but this is the third business that you're gonna open." I say, "Yeah, what's wrong?" But it's after pandemic. I said, "What's wrong?" If I told everybody was if I could survive after this pandemic, that is the same in the whole world is bad. If I could survive this, I think everything's got to go up. 'Cause
Exactly.
more
That-
down after the
yeah.
pandemic, it's not going
That
to
was the
go.
lowest.
Everything's going to go
Yeah.
up. So I chose open, and I just sat down there, and I remember the first client that came, not my client, that I had my appointments, right? I opened the shop, and I had like 2-3 months booking. So even though it's winter, nobody would have passed by the street. I had my clients, right? I remember the first client came from Ceuta, like next to Morocco.
Yeah.
And it was like after pandemic, he took the ship. He was a military. He came over here, tattooed 5 hours. Then he went back, rented a car to Algeciras, and his wife's calling him, they're gonna close the border, they're gonna close. He's like, no, I'm getting there. So I was like, that was my first client. I was like, wow, man. Like I was very proud of that.
Yeah.
And very grateful that people travel to get tattooed by me in my new shop. And I remember the first, I don't know if it was a lady or a man that came in the shop random. I just went to the toilet and I was like, oh my God, man. You know, I felt so happy that somebody came from the street without, for me, it was something beautiful, man. It probably sounds stupid, right? But for me, it was like, okay, this is the time. And I felt so grateful and so happy that people looked at walked by the shop and just went in. I was like, oh, that was my first time. And I really remember that day because it was something beautiful for me.
And maybe you understand at that moment that now the show starts. Now it's the beginning. Now if I don't stop, this is it. But the first people just walk in and now they're gonna come. But you realize like,
it's a shop.
This is it. This now is a shop. And they came here. This is not a friend's or friend. And they came because we have a shop here.
Or my clients from the other shop or whatever that they know me. It was something that came to ask for something. And nowadays, of course, we have thank God, a busy shop and all the work that we put into it and all the people that we work in the shop. Nati, she's my girlfriend, and Kurt and Fran we make a great team and it's something beautiful, like to see a run and to see people coming back on holidays years after years, or people that like you that came for one piece and look at you at the moment. That's the main thing. People coming back, man. It's not, oh, I did a tattoo, that's it. You know, we always try to be honest with everybody, and I want to go to sleep with my head calm, right? And I don't want to say, oh yeah, I just took a lot of money from you, and he's not gonna come back, man. I'd rather be honest. Like if they come to the shop and I want this, oh, we can't do that over here, man. Go to another shop. I don't want to take your money.
Yeah, exactly.
And by saying that, sometimes if I say, oh, we can do that over here, another shop is going to leave it better than us because this is our style. This is what we could do is this. A lot of people say, no, I want to get tattooed with you guys over here because you're honest. And that's what we were talking before. Like when the first time you came to the show, we said, oh, I don't know how much he's going to charge. If I would say, oh, you have money, 3,000 euros for you.
Exactly.
No, man, it's how we charge the same for the tourists and the people over here, man.
Exactly. And it needs to be, it's a process. And especially because as a tattoo artist, I'm believing in you and I'm trusting kind of you, but not everybody is. But I think that's the reason why you are successful. And again, you have been tattooing me, I don't even remember how many days, but I have never seen a customer left in that shop feeling bad.
Yeah.
And always also, because I know these things. So of course, always, whoever comes, if anybody who walks in, always all of you, hello, welcome,
always.
But it's amazing because as a client, normal people, when they come in and they're treated well, they feel immediately like, hey, they care about me, and it's amazing.
I think that's the main reason for the shop. And I was talking to a guy that I just met that he's doing something with creams and everything about healing tattoo. And that's where we were talking before I came over here is that, man, making the clients, because there's a lot of good tattoo artists in the street at the moment, and it's a lot of shops as well. but you have to make them feel good, man. If you go to a shop to buy whatever, you want them to treat you good, man. Even though if it's a big tattoo or a small tattoo, even though if it's probably you do a little heart, and for you it's like, I chose a little heart, but for them it's the first tattoo.
Yeah.
It's something that they've been thinking of after 10
It
years or whatever.
The most important
but it's
thing for them.
important, so you have to know that for you it's important that they trust you for the first tattoo as well. So that's why they go to the shop. Here's some Red Bull, water. What you want, coffee? We try to be very service-wise very good, right? And I always try to look up at that and be the best at that, right? Because there's a lot of good tattoo artists, good tattoo shops, but we want to be good and the customer service and making people feel welcome when they come in. And if they feel welcome and they're relaxed and they're happy and they put a comment on Google, whatever, they put a comment and the other people that are gonna read that, they're gonna come to the shop feeling like that happy, right? So if they're happy, we tattoo happy, man. It's all about that. It's a good energy. If it's a good energy in the studio, that it's a small studio, we're gonna tattoo with the best energy in the world, and we're gonna be happy tattooing. That's the point.
And even I have seen also a lot of people, like how you treat people when they, for example, they come in, they have an idea. Oh, I want this unicorn, riding a fucking elephant, and it cannot be like, it needs to be this size. And then you're like, it's really hard, and you kind of, and then you're like, we can do this, and they, oh, we don't want it, and they go, see you, bye bye.
Perfect.
Like still, but always. I think that's what many people are missing, because we are not being nice only because we try to gain something from that. It's just you are being nice because you are giving this good and positive energy. She might come later, 1 year after accident. Here's my boyfriend. He wants to have a full back tattoo, whatever it is. But always treat, even though if they don't take the tattoos, or even if they are a little bit like not so nice, you always treat everybody with massive respect, which is it's rare.
But I think it's very in life. It's very important to treat everybody with respect. And a lot of people say, oh no, over here is too expensive. Oh, over here is like that. I said, I got the whole arm for this price. I say, go get it, man. This is what we do.
Exactly.
I don't go to a shopping mall, whatever, and say, oh, but over there is more cheaper. No, if you don't like the way we do it over here, we always, what we know is that we always gonna be honest. We always gonna be, if the tattoo is too small, and it has a lot of details, we're gonna tell you it's too small, and after a year, probably everything's together, so we don't want that. They're like, no, but I want it like that. And we're like, no, but we're not gonna do a bad job for you. Yeah, and then after a year, you're gonna come and say, look at my tattoo, but we told you that before, right?
But they will blame eventually.
Always, but it happened to me, and people saying, oh no, I want the tattoo like this. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it like that because it's not placed right. No, but I want it like this. I said, but whose tattoo is it? Mine is both. It's yours and mine because it's my drawing, has my name. You're gonna wear that tattoo. So it's 50% yours and 50% mine. So if the tattoo is not good or it's placed bad or something, you're gonna blame me. You're not gonna tell your friends or everybody, no, I wanted to place it like that.
I forced
you're gonna be like, oh, when the first one tells you, oh, but look, the position is weird. And I told you the position was gonna be weird. And the second friend comes, he's like, oh, the position is weird. Like, yeah, Ariel did that for me.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna say, no, I told Ariel because I wanted it like this.
Yeah.
So I argue with clients saying I'm not gonna do a bad job. So if I can't do it like this, because I tell everybody I want the best for you. You know why I want the best for you? Because you're gonna have my name there. So whenever somebody's gonna tell you, hey, whose tattoo is that? You're gonna say Ariel DiSabato, right? Of course. So that's what I want. So you want the best for you. I want the best for you as well, because you're gonna have my name and you have something that I drawn that I tattooed, and you're gonna represent me. You're gonna be my canvas. So I want the best for you, like you want the best for you as well. And people don't say, oh, it's my tattoo and I want it like that. Sorry, man, but this is not your place. There you go. Bye-bye.
But
that's it.
It's good to.
But that happens with a year. That happened to me with the years. At the beginning, I wanted like this. I wanted to learn. I used to get everything, right? You get everything because you need to eat, you need to work, you need to practice, you need to. And nowadays, because I have my clients and everything, and I know people come and they trust me, they trust that I'm honest, and or they see what I do on Instagram or whatever, they know my profile. So they're like, oh, but what color are you gonna put? Look at my Instagram and you see what I do, man. I'm not gonna tell you I'm the best, because for me, I'm the best, but probably for you, you're like, the other one's better. Perfect, man.
then
I could tell you I'm the best in the world tattoo and I'm best in tradition, but for you, I'm not the best. Or you don't like the way I tattoo, or you don't like my color palette. It's normal. I don't have to like everybody, man.
Exactly, and it's a freedom of choice.
It happens to you as well. Now, probably for some people you're the best, and for some people it's like, no, there's the other one.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. This guy doesn't know anything.
But it's always like that, right?
Course,
you know, be good for everybody, right? But it's like that.
That's it. What is going to be your next tattoo?
I have no clue. Probably my ribs. Probably my ribs I have to finish because I have empty ribs. So.
That's going to be a spicy one, yeah.
I have empty ribs, so I'm trying to, after the summer probably, so I can enjoy the beach a little bit.
What about conventions? How long you have you done those? And I see
conventions I've been since
for more or less 4 years, like traveling?
No, probably 2016.
Okay. So
9 years.
Long before even, like you opened your, like a Tuesday.
Yeah, I was traveling. As soon as I got in the first shop, after 2 weeks, I was traveling to Germany to tattoo.
I think that's a great way to learn because you have also, you're very skillful, you're pretty precise, everything, but you do also fucking fast, man. I think that's something in a convention, what you learn to do. You need to be precise, but you need to be like, you cannot rush, but you can be as fast as you can.
And it depends on it's not being fast that is better as well, right?
In convention, you have limited time.
No, but it's not for the convention. It's the way, like, if my machine sounds like that, I have to follow my machine, right?
Of course. Yeah,
you cannot the
rush.
lines, right? And I go with my machine rhythm. So that's why I like the line work to sound, right? Because I like to go with a rhythm that if the machine goes powerful, boom, I go fast. And that's the way I could throw lines. Probably if I go a little bit slower, my lines will be like that. I don't know, but that's how I got used to it, right? And on conventions, it depends. Sometimes I do a lot of tattoos or probably tattoo from 11 in the morning to 11 at night without eating because I'm a worker, man. You know, I'll go and I tattoo and I tattoo and I tattoo and I say, okay, I eat after, right?
Yeah.
But conventions, sometimes you have a lot of work. Sometimes I say, okay, I'm gonna do 2 pieces and I might do it more relaxed and then I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna go meet people and see people. It depends. It depends of what style of convention that you go. Right now, I'm going to London next month, the 19th. That's gonna be my first time in the London Tattoo Convention.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. So I have a few appointments that people wrote to me from over there, like they want to get pieces by me. And
also now, all the UK people who are watching or listening this in Spotify, because we are filming it, we're gonna post this well before the day 19. Perfect. So if you want to have piece from Ariel, send him a message and go London. As you can see.
Thank you.
I highly recommend this guy. So it's basically any kind of what is the most exotic or most cool place for the convention? Do you have like a time to go see the city?
Yeah. Every time we go to a new place, we always get 1 or 2 days like to sightseeing, right? Like if we have
because anyway you are there, so why to rush away? And then it's his only job.
Because probably if you go to a convention, you're in a place like this and you sit down and you don't see nothing. Yeah. I've been to Amsterdam, but what you saw, nothing. So like first time we went to Finland, we took 2 days off, like to sightsee a little bit, to go around. Where every time I go to a convention and I've been there and I will go with somebody new, we go the day before, like now we go into London and it's people from Argentina, like it's like 10 of us going from Sweden, Argentina, Madrid, a little bit from everywhere, right? Meeting over there. So the first day we're gonna go to the museum, we're gonna go to the pub, we're gonna go sightseeing Camden Town. That I've been there, but we're gonna go. It's like people from everywhere, all friends. We see each other in conventions.
Is there this kind of a hardcore, like not the same group, but you probably have like friends what you have met in the convention. And I think that's a big part of it.
It's beautiful because we always see each other. Probably it's friends that they live in Madrid, but we only see each other in conventions. Probably in Sweden or probably in Belgium or probably in Finland or probably, right? We don't see each other over here, but that's the good thing about conventions as well, right? You meet people and then you see people that it's like real, like the normal life that you have friends and you have a lot of tattoo artists. Not everybody's gonna be your friend, of course, but then you make your little group and when you go over there, you say, oh, I want to see you, and then you spend time with them, even though a day or 2 or 3 days of the convention. So you go out, have a drink with them, go eat. So we everybody stays probably in the same hotel, right?
But it's so nice because
it's
they
beautiful.
know like what it's about, because and then you can bond with like-minded people. Because not many times when you are doing your tattoos, you're with your clients. Of course you are bonding, but it's different. Same as if I'm teaching jiu-jitsu or if I meet other guys who are teaching jiu-jitsu, we bond in a different level.
Of course.
It's
like you always talk about, oh, look at this machine, look at
yeah.
Like
All
the other day we went,
stuff.
it was a guest artist over here. We went to eat with Natia and the guest artist, and after eating, we're like, oh, took out the machines in the restaurant. And Natia's like, oh, tattoo artist.
Yeah.
It's probably talk with them like that because it's not, you don't see it like, oh, you're in an office and then you're talking about the numbers and that you made in the eyes. Oh, look at this machine, and then you like what you do. So like what we were talking before, we like what we do. So it's for us, it's talking about tattoos or going to draw somewhere or whatever, or going to the beach and draw is something that you enjoy, right? It's not like your job.
No. Of course, I also think like it's great to get like opinions when you know that some the friends are really good also in tattooing. So for example, what do you think about this machine, and kind of bouncing at ideas or way to shade or whatever it is. But it's great to, for example, if I'm luckily I'm surrounded with very good jiu-jitsu guys here, so I can always bounce around. What do you think about this? What do you think about?
That's the
Unfortunately,
best.
I cannot do it with if I have a client white belt who I'm teaching in private. I'm not going to bounce around of ideas how we're going to do some new stuff. But it's the same. You guys bounce ideas.
Oh, about this machine. Oh, I was trying these needles. Oh, look at that, where you make your bonnet. Oh, so you it's what you used to talk to, right? And you talk to the people that likes what you like, right? So it's something, you have a lot of things in common, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So you always get something good out of it. And every time we go to a convention, we're like, we have a beer and look at this, look at that, look at that, look at this tattoo I did. Oh, what you think about this? Oh, they give you another opinion. Oh, I would have done this. So it's always good to enjoy and to get better and to have the same passion with your group, right?
What do you think do you have any dreams like regarding on your job, or would you like to dream like one day I'm going to have a bigger shop, or are you
at the moment
you're living the dream maybe?
And I just want to probably take time to draw more and to do more things like for me.
Yeah.
And I think if I take care of me a little bit more, I could be better to everybody as well.
And actually we talked about this already like a couple of months ago when we were doing tattoo sessions, and because you felt tired and you told me like, and I have had the same situations in my job, and also, and if we don't recognize these moments and take the time, even though I'm going to lose money, I cannot do this, but if you don't do it, it's going to cost you, it might cost everything, because if you burn down, and especially with you are an artist, if you really become like, now it's a fucking blank page, it's not coming, and then it starts to build up. But if you can recognize this situation a little bit before, okay, I'm going to take time off, okay, I could do a fucking lot of money, but I need to.
Yeah, like you said, do something for your head, or like I started to train a little bit, going to the gym with the guys.
That's great.
With
you
me,
go every morning,
so it's something every morning that I'm doing. I started like eating very good like a week or 2 weeks ago. That my brother, he's in nutrition, so he gave me like a schedule to how to eat, to do good food and to learn how to eat a little bit better. So I think I try to start with all that, right? So my head will be a little bit more clear. Because before I used to wake up in the middle of the night and I used to write, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna draw this, and and it was a couple of months ago, and I'm like, bro, and then you wanted to get ideas, but you can't, so you like fighting with you, right? So it's something like, oh, I'm not drawing, and I get home and I start drawing, I don't know what so I need to, it was a time that I think I need to be calm, be with me a little bit, and try to reinvent myself and try to draw and try to feel that passion again, and not do everything like, oh, tomorrow I have this client, okay, what he wants this, okay, what he wants this. So what I want to do is, or my passion, if you tell me about a dream now that came up to my head, is getting like a place like this and just paint and just do like a warehouse of
create a lot of
creative.
art.
And I could throw paint, and I could have the paint around it, and I could have big paintings, and sit down there, listen to some music, and just feel free to do everything. Because in probably my house, I have a little space, and the shop is not big, so we don't have a painting area. That's something I really miss, and I really would like to have in the shop, a big table, so we could do banners or paint or be at the shop after that. You don't have to be exposed to the public, right? We could be at the shop and nobody sees you, but we could stay there and paint the whole night or whatever, right? But I would like a warehouse or something like that could be like a studio, like could be like a chilling area, like be listening to music and just doing big paintings or doing banners or whatever for the next convention. Something like that will be something that I have in mind, and it's a dream, but I could make it come true, right? But I still have to be with me. Like this time with my family was very helpful for me as well. It was probably you don't know you need it until you have it with you. So it was something that I enjoyed a lot, because back then I'm with my mom, I'm with my niece, and I'm thinking about I gotta draw this, and I'm working as well. I'm answering to clients, and this time it was like, okay, I'm with you. I work a little bit, but let's go walk on the beach. Let's go to the beach, read a book, sit down, enjoy it, talk to you, you talk to me, get to know each other a little bit better, right? And that's all about. It's all about what I want at the moment.
That's great. What about your social media? You have a pretty big following. You have more than 20,000 people. It has been growing steadily, or there was some spikes? What happened?
For me, it's very difficult, because it's like love and
hate relationship.
It's something that I know is good for me, like when I travel and everything. But I'm not really good. Like, this is for me to do this. I told you before, I'm very nervous, and I'm not good with the cameras and anything, right? And for me, like, it's another. Like when I post a picture, I know it's stress. I feel stressed when I post something, right?
Is it because you think like if people don't like
no,
this?
No. It's just to post it. Is because that time is like and I don't know why, man. But it's something that I tattoo the whole day. I know I need to post something, and sometimes I don't.
It bugs your head the whole time, like you think.
Oh my God! I like if I post, okay, tattoo I did last month, right? And so I didn't even post your back yet. So I'm like, I'm not continuous with that. And sometimes it's like another job. And nowadays for Instagram, for the algorithm, you got to do videos, and now you have to come out. And I know I tried, because we talked about that, and I was doing the line with you, and now you try to help me out with that. And I don't feel that that's me, man. And it's something like, I like to draw, and I like to show whatever. Sometimes I'm more inspiring. I take a picture of selfie in the beach. I don't know why.
I think you should be just like thinking about, don't stress it. Just post whatever you feel comfortable. And I would love to see, as a tattoo fan and your friend also, like it would be really interesting to see, for example, a little bit of the process behind the tattooing. For example, the drawings or whatever, like whatever is. Like actually not tattooing, like what happens behind there, like that's more.
If I look at my Instagram as well, what I see is I've been doing that for like since I started tattooing, like posting the page, doing the same, and writing the same, because I don't know, I could talk to you like this, and I could talk for hours, but in order, when I start writing something like to post, I'm like, my mind is like blocked, and I'm like. And
then you need to force it, and then
it stressed me out, right? But if I could say, that's why when I talk to clients, right, if they call me from England or from whatever, and I don't know them, they send me a message, I just get the voice message, and I say, hey, what's up? My name is Ariel, nice to meet you. What you want to get? That instead of writing, because I want them to feel like my energy, or I want them to feel the way I'm talking. Probably if I write that, I'll sound like very bad, or I don't sound the way I want to sound, right? So that's what happens every time I post. I'm like, I'm gonna post something, and I'm like, oh, and that stresses me out, and I'm like, okay, I don't post nothing today. And I'm like, and I try to work. That's why I try to say before that I try to work on me, and to become to be more relaxed or whatever, in order like to, and I know when I'm good with me, and I could do my drawings, and I focus on me and training, and trying to do better. everything's gonna come. Everything's gonna come.
I believe, and also there was a great point what you told about the training, because I'm a big believer of that. Whatever you do in your life, when you become better, what you are doing, you need to grow with your new skill set. Like for example, for you, and also for me, like when my skill set is growing, levels of discipline grows. Like for example, you do the gym and you do everything, and it's natural way. But there is people whose skill set goes up, but they stay the same. They are not growing, and it's also the consistent process. And I think this will eventually, and it makes you better in every way. And also, I think like we need to find a way to just like you stop worrying about, just put it out there and without thinking about it. Like I do nowadays. Like for me, of course, I have done a lot of videos, but all of my social media stuff. For example, I don't even watch these episodes before we launch them because I'm honest and I'm who I am. I'm thinking about, I don't need to watch it and think about, I said, and if I watched this before, I would probably think about, there was a stuttering or whatever, cut it off. I don't care. I don't care if you don't like it, so be it. But I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not gonna stress about it at all. Just like
so that's the point. That's probably what I need to do with me, with my back then with my drawings. Nati could tell you, I used to go home and I used to zoom it and be in the bed like that 2 hours looking for the mistake, man.
Yeah.
So she's like, you're doing something that you love, but you don't enjoy because you're looking for the mistake.
Yep.
And I'm like, and when I see the mistake, I'm like, no.
And then you cannot let it go. Like it bugs you.
That's why I think it's all about the head, like trying to eat good. Yesterday I went to sleep with a meditation and I'm listening to a guy that he's a biologist at the moment, and he tells you all about people that do all sports like professional Olympics and everything. What they change their life is like meditation, and everything is something. When you learn how to meditate, everything is like. So I'm trying to look for the way what works for me, right? It's like I'm trying to be a better person. I try to be a better son. I try to be a better brother. I try to be a better boyfriend. I try to be a better friend.
Yeah,
that's what I want to be, like a better tattoo artist, right? So I think trying to be that, having that discipline, and it's not just going to the gym. It's waking up at 6:30 in the morning and be consistent with that, right? That's the point.
That's the point of. We need to be in a path of a consistent growth. I believe in that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not getting older if I'm making myself every day the best version of myself. I truly believe that I will not become old if I every day like making myself better in some way. And it's fascinating, and now it's like it got me hooked. Like I'm like, I don't want to waste one day.
Yeah.
Like when I do my thing, I okay, even though this was a hard day, but I made myself better.
There you go.
And I'm like,
that's the point. I think that's the point. That's a good way of thinking, man.
Because then there is good days, there's bad days, but keep your routines, keep your stuff, and then in the end of the day, again. Okay, it was like it was normal day at the office. No,
recompense.
No, exactly.
It was tired, but I went. Yeah.
Yes, I made myself a little bit a better version, better human being. Not only like better tattoo artist or better jiu-jitsu professor, just like a better human being, like myself. I want to be the best version of Miko. You want to be the best version of Ariel every day.
And that's what people say. Like when you help people, right? It's not when you be a better version of you. When you help people, when you do something for somebody else or whatever, that's the best thing for you as well. That's when you feel more happy, rather than saying, okay, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy a Ferrari. Or look at me, you enjoy it for a day or two and then you're okay, whatever. But you helping people and try to be better and try to, I don't know, whatever, helping to draw, or helping somebody in the streets, or helping somebody across the street, or helping somebody. Like sometimes it happens to me that I see somebody like pushing the car or try to open the door. I just open the door and, they give you that small thank you for that. Or you help me, you stop the car to push another car. They're like, and they throw that good vibe on you and you leave, just help somebody.
Exactly.
And you're happier and it makes you feel better.
Exactly. And we don't
helping somebody else, it makes you feel better.
That's it. And because we never do, I'm same than you in that we never help people or be nice because we want something from it. We don't do exactly.
Not at all,
and it's like but I'm a big fan of concept called law of attraction. I don't know if you know it, but if you don't know, fucking Google it. It's amazing.
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction. It's kind of the principle is that eventually you're gonna attract the things to close to you? What is your constant thought process and how do you think? So if you're positive, if you help people, if you really think like manifestation, I need to believe in that stuff, what I want to achieve, and eventually I start to get like resonate and attract those kind of people. And it happened to me 100%. I believe in that, because when I started to like, always been a nice guy, but I made like decision that I really, really start to help people and I don't want anything from it. Like I just help. And when I started to doing that, I stopped lying. I was really honest, everything, bam, good things started to happen. Bam, bam, bam. When I stopped chasing, I was like, it's this. You cannot chase the good things, but when you start to do good things to other people, then good things start to happen and you're gonna start to attract the people, good like things. The good people, and then you understand, oh, we bond in a nice level, and then you understand, fuck, before I was not like this. I was not meeting these people who I bond and now create opportunities for me. And I think this...
But for me, I'm trying to talk to my mom with that and everything. I think being better is to people, or like we said, open the door, or you have that good connection and you listen to somebody or whatever. It brings you good things, right?
Exactly.
Because you're there, because it's always got to bring you better things, doing all that, like helping without asking nothing in return, right? It's always make you a better person because you feel more happy, and that's all about this, man. A lot of people, there's a lot of hate in the streets, and like I was speaking with my mom the other day, I always say we have like two things in the head. If I tell you a thing, if I tell you something, and you put it to the bad position of your head, you're gonna take that as an offense, or you're gonna take like, well, it depends. And if I tell you the same thing and you throw it to the good place, oh, probably he's telling me this because of that. Exactly. It depends how you see the things, right? Exactly. Or how you feel it, right? Or how you think about the thing. Because I could tell you the same thing, and you throw it to the bad place and you want to fight with me. You're like, oh my God, what are you telling me this for?
Exactly.
But the same thing I'll tell you if you're like, oh, okay, he probably told me this, this or that. Yeah. It depends how you see the thing. So that's why I want to try to see, or I try to be with everybody good, right? Or try to see everything in the good way until you show me that it's not the good way. So I go like this with you, I don't want you in my life. Right?
And I love the idea, because even though I have been burned, and especially like last couple of years, I have had a lot of friends close to me, just, fucking take money from me or cheated on me or whatever. But I refuse to become cynical. I'm expecting always the best when I meet new people. You are the fucking, what's up, my brother? All good. Everybody is good until they prove me wrong. And I was really close. I was thinking about, I become cynical. I stopped trusting people because people betrayed me really close to me. But I decided, no, exactly, no. I'm gonna expect the best, and I'm gonna treat you.
You show me that I'm wrong.
Exactly, and I love the idea. Think about like butterfly effect. So for example, you do a random good stuff, random good act for somebody, you open the door, whatever it is, and she or he will remember it and probably do during the one day something good what come from that action.
Always.
Boom. And can you imagine your small action? This is actually the way we can make the world a better place.
Of course, of course. And we could make it a better place. Like if I'm good with you, you're good with
exactly.
We have our own like friendship, right?
Exactly.
And then you're gonna be your own friends going like that.
That's it. And then you push, positive energy and good things in life, which is amazing, because anybody can. Even I have done it. Like when I'm in a bad mood, I go there and I look everybody like this.
I still do it. Right? I'm trying to learn.
It's normal. It's normal, but I try to always think like, when I used to be like really angry or something went wrong, I went to the streets and I was just walking, and I tried to look as miserable as possible, because I was in my mind I was seeking like maybe they feel fucking sympathy for me. I would never feel sympathy for people who are looking angry. And then I tried to learn the skill set of I'm even gonna pretend I'm happy even if I'm not, and then they start to change. They start to change because you kind of. It's amazing.
I think you get all that. Like I was talking to my mom, and if you do open a door for somebody, you help somebody, that day he's gonna go home and say, oh, you know what just happened to me?
Yeah.
I was on the car and my car stops and somebody just came out of the other car and started helping me out. So that he's gonna throw good vibes to you.
Yeah.
The other one's gonna throw, and at the end of the day, you have people throwing good vibes at you instead of everybody saying, oh, this guy was, oh, this, all the angry thing. And then you get home, you're like, if you're in driving a car, you're like, look at this.
Or the same car, you stop there and somebody's like, fuck you,
man.
And it's so amazing how big effect you can have for yourself and surroundings by just making a decision to be a better person. And I have time, I'm in no rush, blah blah blah.
This one's more hurry than me. I'll just pass
exactly.
Just you buy first, and then I go after. I don't have no rush. Doing all that is like I have tattoos, right? And a lot of people, when you go to a supermarket, when I used to live in Miami, I was younger, and when you go buy a bubble gum or whatever, and the security goes after you, thinking you're gonna rob, right?
Yeah.
And I always say, try to be more polite than I am, right? I say, oh, please, could you sell me this bubble gum, please? Thank you very much. I always tell everybody to being polite and being grateful, saying gracias or thank you or whatever. You don't waste any saliva, and you're being good, right? Like if a waiter comes, oh, thank you very much for this.
Yeah.
Try to be good, man. Try to be good.
I think
and like you said, if somebody shows you the wrong thing, like even though they got you before and they try to steal something from you before, you don't have to put everybody in the same amount, right?
Exactly.
So because if not, your life is always angry. It's like, oh, this guy, he's next to me because he wants something. And the other one, so you live like this. So, so you're not going to trust nobody. You're going to be on your own in your house going like that. So I think we try to forget about, this guy did that to me because, I don't know, at that time, he was a little bit bad. But he doesn't have to do nothing with me. That's it. The next person that comes, I'm unbelieving that guy until that he tells me something different.
That's very true. And I was actually just yesterday, I was thinking about some bad stuff what has happened to me before. And then when I was thinking about the bad stuff, I started to analyze myself like, Miko, stop. You cannot do anything. If you give time in your head for the bad stuff, what has happened, there is nothing good that will come in my mind for thinking about this. And then I decided I'm gonna start to think about the upcoming things. I started, yes, Ariel is gonna come tomorrow. I'm gonna teach a class. Yes, actually, I'm gonna have this grilled chicken tomorrow. I have actually nice mango. I started and I became positive immediately.
Totally.
But it's so strange, like. What your mind is playing on, and many people, I was like, why I'm thinking of something that's happened, I cannot do anything about it. And I was actually pretty sad when I was thinking about it, and I was like, why they do it to me?
It's you in your head that keeps it on your head.
Yeah. But then I was able to switch it middle of the sentence. I was, no, I'm gonna start to think tomorrow. And I started to smile, and I was like, I need to work on that also. Everything that is, I'm wasting my time when I'm thinking about this bad stuff. So but we need to consistently think about it because mind gives you tricks. Mind throws you back there. Mind tries to kind of.
The guy that I'm listening to the podcast, he says about the mind, right? He's like, you can't do nothing of what happened before, right? He's like, and something happened before. Your head is the only one that keeps it alive because you still think after probably a month, you still think about that. So you're keeping it alive. That's it. Happened a month ago. Why you keep it alive? Oh, no, remember that day, bad. So you're always doing something bad for you because you keep that bad thing that you remember, you keep it alive until you wanted to keep it alive until yesterday. You said, okay, now I'm going to change it. Yep. So that's it. Yep. That's another thing. I'm just thinking about tomorrow or today I'm just going to sit down and watch the moon and whatever you want, right?
That's it.
Try to be, we're in the same path with that.
Exactly. And yesterday I also, because from this, I get excited about this, positive mind shift. And I went to YouTube and started to do the law of attraction things. Again, I started to search, and there was this guy who was talking like the 75% of the stuff you are thinking about in your mind, that's controlling you. So if I think 75%, and sometimes I think only the bad stuff, what has happened, and then I was like, this is controlling me if I'm thinking about that shit all the time. And especially because I cannot do anything about it.
That's it.
And that controls me.
Yeah, of course.
I cannot have that. And so when you force yourself to think about like what's happening, the good things, stuff like that, that's what your reality becomes. Your thoughts become your reality. If you think only the bad things, bad stuff will happen.
But like
Guaranteed.
you wake up a day, and you know that without energy, and you are in your little finger of the you hit something, and you're like, oh my God, you go to the kitchen, something drops.
Oh, of course.
Oh my God, so you go to the car, boom, it doesn't turn on. You're like, come on, man. So you have all that.
Yeah.
It happens for a reason, right? Because you with that energy. But it's okay. Oh, you hit yourself.
Yeah, just accept it.
That's it. It wants to control you, but you're not giving space to that.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, you're like, okay, oh my God, I'm gonna go to another one because he doesn't listen to me.
Exactly. And then you're, I'm grateful. It was a great day.
You know, I hit my finger because it was good.
Yeah, you don't. I don't
had
care.
to hit my finger today, so it was a good thing.
Well, I think that's the true superpower in these days, because everything is, all the news and everything is not bad, positive. Man. Can you see like positive news, something good happened? No. I don't even watch news anymore because I don't want to be like fear-mongered and just okay, what is gonna go? It's this and this and this.
Everything's bad.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
nothing good happening in the world.
And it affects my mind. If I read or if I see negative things, it affects on my mind. If I watch funny cat videos or whatever, fail army or whatever, I start to smile and I try to.
They have fake news. They had the bad news and everything because that's what people like.
That's what people want to click.
People oh, look at this guy fell down. Oh, look at that. Oh, look what happened to him. So that's what sells, right? If you give good news, everybody's happy. We don't care about that.
Ah, man, that's lame.
Something bad, you know. So you're always gonna remember something bad happened to him, or the news is shit, man. The news is bad. Everything that happens in the world is bad. All the fires over here, the war over there.
You need to be worried. You need to be afraid. You need to be afraid of everything. My mother said to me yesterday, like I was talking with her, and she told me like, so what is it down in Spain? You are there is full panic mode. I said, what? In Finnish news they say full Spain is on fire.
Right, yeah, I was like, of course.
I feel
that's
that,
what sells.
But at the moment, we don't have anything happening in here in Costa del Sol. But in Finland, can you imagine? Full Spain, full Europe is burning.
Yeah.
I was like,
so everybody's like that. Wow,
yeah, exactly.
Everybody panicking.
Exactly.
No, but that's all about the news.
You know, I'm not a big fan of that. You cannot watch news anymore because it's just fucking crazy. But again, we need to choose our path. We just need to.
I watch news when I eat a little bit and I put it 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm like, come on, man, I can't, because I want to watch what's going on in the world, right?
Yeah.
5 minutes and I'm like, take it out. Oh my God, man, what happened? There's no good news in the world. What's going on?
Exactly, because there is good thing. But again, then we need to be the guys who are giving this good positive vibe in a random acts, or just being nice to our customers. When I come to teach, when I come to train, I'm always a happy guy because I decide to be happy, and then it just spreads, and then it's just so important. And I think that's something that it's just very nice to do.
And it's good for you because then you go home, you did a good class, you make somebody else happy that probably came a little bit like that, and with your energy. I think about the energy is a lot of the energy. We feel the energy, right?
We feel the energy.
When somebody's good or you're down and somebody comes. I remember one of my good friends, when I had my phone booth, I was 19 and I was like working the whole day. I didn't win any money and I was like that the whole day. And this guy came, he's a very good friend of mine. And he came and he gave me a hug. I didn't even know about energy or nothing. I was 19, right? I wanted to go out and that's it. And he gave me a hug and he said, what's up? They call me Macana, right? What's up, Macana? What happened to you? And I was like, I'm working over here, you know, like this, with your arm. He gave me a hug. He said, come on, man, you're 19, man, what's up? And I just went like, what's going on,
you felt the energy and you're like,
and I always tell this story because I was like, when you came over here, you gave me that hug. That's when I started realizing about it. I was like, something happened to me. I was like, what's? Because I was like, everything was bad. When you have your arms like that, your shoulders down.
Yeah.
He said, you're 19, man. He was like, come on. And so I went like that, and I was like, since now that day when I was 19, I was like, feel the energy when somebody goes in a shop or in my shop and they have a little bit of energy. I was like, come on, please go. No, we don't want you here, but just take them out because it's even though all the tattooers that were in my shop and the energy was not good. I'm tattooing and I'm like, I'm in my shop and I'm like...
you cannot have that because then it's a distraction for you and you need to have this, and we talked about this before, we need to have this rhythm. Now your guys, they're amazing. Kurt Frank, they are funny fucking guys, nice guys.
Yeah.
Hello to you. So it's amazing the energy what is there, but it's important also that we have the courage to also make the decisions. Like sometimes when we feel the bad energy, we need to say like, we cannot have this energy close to us because it's gonna affect. Not like, okay, I don't want to. I just want to. No. Because then you are shooting yourself in the leg because you let it happen.
Of course.
But yeah, but that's it. But anyway, I think we have finished our finish line today. It has been a blast, man. I love it. I love it. It was amazing to have you here.
Some nervous that I was before and everything.
No, we have been talking more or less 2 hours, man.
It's something good for me, man. This is gonna be a change probably for me. And,
because now you
my
see
way
like,
of with the cameras and everything.
Exactly, and it's just amazing.
It
and
was
we
very
were able
good.
to
And
talk.
the first day it was you, and we have good vibes, and we know each other for a long time, and we spend a lot of time tattooing.
Yeah, exactly, and we have
for a long time. So it was good. It was you, and we had this chat between each other.
Thank you for coming, and I cannot wait. And I want to say one more thing. You're the only guy who had trust in a Vaseline in their head. Ariel DiSabato. Guys, go try, keep fighting. Remember, Jiu-Jitsu never dies, baby. Boom. Woo.
Thank you. Love it.